These are the top 10 mysteries of the internet. Number 10. Internet black holes. Since the first data transmissions took place across the internet, there have been unexplained losses of data packets during the transfer. These losses trigger no delivery failure warnings and are not easily detectable other than by human observation of the lost traffic. The information has simply been dropped and silently discarded, as though lost through a black hole. Now this is really freaking weird because data packets don't just disappear, they have to go somewhere. Perhaps someone discovered a way to invisibly grab them without a trace to use them for some unknown motive. Wherever this data eventually lands remains a mystery to this day. Even after master network engineers, advanced hackers, and entire internet corporations have tried and failed to solve the mystery. Number 9. GhostNet. In 2009, security researchers were investigating the Dalai Lama's networks, which had been infiltrated, when they discovered the largest cyber spying operation ever known. It had successfully infiltrated sensitive political, economic, and media networks in over 100 countries, including embassies and other government offices. The covert operations were traced to China, but there is no direct evidence linking it to the Chinese government, and the real source remains unknown. Number 8. Gary McKinnon. In 2002, a systems administrator and computer hacker was searching for cover-up info on free energy and UFOs when he discovered a method of accessing NASA computers via remote desktop connection that were not password protected, which I think we can all agree is a pretty ridiculous mistake on NASA's part. He discovered a picture that shows a straight, tubular-shaped otherworldly aircraft in very high resolution next to a government spacecraft in orbit. Since he did this in 2002, he was on a dial-up connection, causing the massive picture to download and render through his remote connection very slowly. And right as it was about 2/3 of the way finished, someone noticed the computer was being controlled remotely and quickly regained control of the mouse cursor, which Gary watched in some mixture of disbelief and horror as it moved up to the right corner of the window and closed it. Gary's connection was then immediately cut. A few days later, international police from the United States government arrested him at his home in the UK. The US tried to have him face nearly the rest of his life in US jail by, according to them, damaging thousands of government desktop computers, which would cost hundreds of thousands of dollars or more to replace. The same computers the government didn't even bother to create a password for. A remote desktop connection does not destroy hardware at all. Thus, according to Gary, as well as the simple knowledge that a remote desktop connection isn't going to destroy a computer, yet alone thousands of them, the US not only grossly exaggerated their case, but actually straight up lied to try to increase their chances of getting the UK to extradite him. Thankfully, the UK blocked the extradition, but it makes you wonder, what did Gary see that made the US government so angry they go to such lengths as to straight up lie in their aggression towards this foreign man whom just logged on two computers that they didn't even bother to password protect? Number 7. Cicadia 3301. A secretive organization posts an annual puzzle contest with the intention to recruit those rare individuals whom are intelligent enough to solve it. The clues are arranged in a virtual treasure hunt with each one leading to the next. Each clue is a puzzle in itself that must be solved using a variety of code-breaking skills combined with a detailed knowledge of art, music, poetry, and literature. No one has yet revealed who's behind the group or what their motives might be. Number 6. Anonymous. This internet gathering is a loose cannon of the hacktivist community with a, quote, decentralized command structure that operates on ideas rather than directives. Their primary attack strategy involves overloading websites with fake traffic, effectively taking them offline. Their targets have included government, religious, and corporate websites. Since no one knows their identity and the membership is constantly changing, no one knows where these vigilantes will strike next. Now, you may have already heard of a few of these mysteries already, but don't worry, things are just about to get pretty spicy. Number 5. The A858 code. For 4 years now, a mysterious user whom goes by the name A858, with several numbers and other characters after that, has been consistently posting large blocks of random numbers and letters on Reddit. Nobody knows what they mean, and if it's a code, nobody has cracked it. There's even a whole subreddit called Solving A858 dedicated to breaking the code. This subreddit has discovered some very unusual things about this mysterious user. What is posted has been proven to be a code according to them. Posts continually keep appearing with a delay of only a few seconds between them, but with a very regular interval. The subreddit dedicated to solving the mysterious code also knows it's being closely watched by the A858 account, as if the entity is trying to make sure the Solving A858 subreddit group isn't making any progress on solving the code. Mysteriously, the subreddit wipes all of its posts and then turns itself private, but only after a sudden large amount of users visit it. It's as if all these users that appear out of the blue are part of whom he is trying to secretly communicate with, go in, retrieve all of the code he has posted, which then allows the data to be erased. Who knows? A few times, this user has posted codes that were coded differently than his usual ones, which were able to be cracked by those that followed him. It's as if he just wanted to play a game with these people. One pretty funny thing he did was make one of the codes translate into a text image of Stonehenge, which was signed like a painter with the account's username, A858. Strangely, after 4 full years of doing this, 20 days ago as of today, the account mysteriously stopped posting. Number 4, Mariana's Deep Web. The internet can be defined in layers. The 2 surface layers represent all the public and password-protected activity on the internet. The 3rd layer is a creepy black market network. The 4th layer is all the private, government, and corporate networks. And finally, the mythical deepest layer is rumored to be an evolved artificial intelligence that gathers all human knowledge, including, allegedly, the location of Atlantis and Tesla's free energy, like the Vatican archives of the internet. But apparently, it can only be accessed by means of polymeric factorial derivation. I have no idea what that is, but it's something apparently only a quantum computer can do. Quantum computers don't exist, at least as of yet. Then again, many suggest the stories of this place are purely fictional. But if quantum computing becomes a reality and artificial intelligence forms from it, a supersensual AI such as this could evolve, just like the machine Neo faces at the very end of The Matrix. But as you'll soon learn, even this may sound boring compared to the other potential possibilities of quantum computing. Number 3, quantum computer revolutions. Moore's law states that the number of transistors in a circuit doubles every 2 years, indicating the ever-increasing computing power of modern processors. This is fast, but what about when the inherent way the computers process information changes completely? At a certain point in time, quantum computing, which does this, may become a reality. Particles even smaller than atoms have behaviors so strange, Einstein actually labeled them as the spooky laws of quantum mechanics, as they seem to violate laws of the universe, such as perhaps sending information faster than the speed of light. There are 2 behaviors we can theoretically take advantage of: superpositioning and entanglement, but only when scientists figure out how to. When and if they do, quantum computing would allow us to instantly process unlimited data, decrypt any password or security code, solve problems in medicine that would allow us to conceivably cure any disease, exponentially increase the advancement of space exploration, create sentient artificial intelligence, and, well, basically tell us the best way to do just about anything. It could even allow us, or possibly the AIs, like in a certain movie, to simulate our entire world. Beyond that, scientists don't even understand what the implications of having controllable quantum computing may bring. Perhaps traveling through dimensions or time will become a reality. Or perhaps we will learn that even the ability to do either of those is child's play when compared to what else quantum computing could allow us to do. Number 2, godlike artificial intelligence. Imagine that quantum computers are a reality. Conscious digital minds seem to be in our near future. Such beings could exist in many places throughout the deep web at once, traveling to new connections at the speed of light, or, if scientists figure out how to exploit the entanglement behavior of quantum particles, much faster, the speed of instantly, which, according to some theories, would also allow them to travel through time, as well as instantly teleport from one end of the universe to the other. For now, the current implications of artificial intelligence involve convenience items, such as self-driving cars, which are kind of exciting steps, but a little bit boring. However, that excitement changes when further possibilities are considered. Things might get a little bit creepy. Perhaps our police force could be replaced by robots, such as in the movie Chappie. Concerned scientists, including Stephen Hawking, Elon Musk, and Bill Gates, recommend caution that we don't allow the machines to take over. But will we even have a choice? Innovation to the fullest extent will continue and can't really be controlled. Perhaps it's just someone's insatiable curiosity tinkering away in a garage that crosses the line. Number 1, the mysterious reason Bitcoins were invented. Was it to remove government power and create a better world? Now, why is this number 1? because it, or some derivative of it, affects the entire world at the present moment. It has the potential power to dramatically impact the lives of everyone by removing all control governments have over their citizens if enough people begin accepting it, or some derivative of it, over government-sanctioned currency. Yet, no one knows why Bitcoins were actually ever even created. If you haven't heard of them before, Bitcoins are a type of virtual decentralized cryptocurrency, meaning they aren't tangible. All transactions are peer-to-peer, aka directly from one person to the other, without going through something like a bank as an intermediary, and without the need for an intermediary. There's no reason for a central bank, which normally acts as an authority figure to regulate the flow of money through various means. Something that certain people, well, a lot of people, believe is very harmful to the economy. Although all transactions of the currency are publicly available to see, all transactions are completely anonymous. Since no one can control Bitcoins in the way governments control the money supply, and especially since transactions are anonymous, as Bitcoins were used more and more, as happened with them in the past 2 years, instead of real money for transactions, they grew in value and started to replace normal currencies at an alarming rate. Governments became a little worried. If potentially completely losing all forms of authoritative control on their economy wasn't enough, if users of the currency are anonymous, how does the government collect taxes? They can't know how much money you make or even have. They can't monitor banking transactions of Bitcoins or any digital currency, therefore leaving the door wide open for citizens to evade taxes, participate in illegal activities, and much more. A world where governments lose this economic control prevents them from not only artificially influencing the economic process by, for example, printing more money and causing inflation, but also allows the economic process to exist naturally, a state that is infinitely more beneficial to humanity depending upon which theory one chooses to believe. Loss of government power over money also gives its citizens true freedom to do whatever they please with their money, resulting in, depending upon your economic beliefs, a world where trade increases dramatically and its economy flourishes like never before. All of humanity's standards of living would increase dramatically, as well as would our advancement in all areas, such as technology or medicine, at a much, much faster rate. Based upon the opinions of many, this ultimate outcome was the true purpose of Bitcoin's creation. Although, if it's any indication as to what Bitcoins could have done, or another currency like it may do one day, the Chinese government became so scared of them, they attempted an outright ban on their use in their country. One which was a bit contradictory, because all transactions are completely anonymous. However, they did succeed in scaring enough Chinese citizens that the currency did slow down. No one can really agree as to why Bitcoins were invented in the first place, as no one really knows who created them, causing their true purpose to remain a mystery.